Okay, so the class this evening is most of my classes in this badass yoga series is going to be core focused, unless I announce, which I'm thinking of doing for next week's class, because you guys are probably going to die. And then next week, you're not going to want to do this again. So I was thinking next week we'll do something more relaxing, like yin for the evening. But this week we're doing a little bit more core, and I'm going to teach you a little bit about upward facing dog. Just because upward facing dog is a really great pose to stretch out your core. And of course, if it's not for you today, you can always take Cobra pose, and I'm going to give you that first. So you'll have that in your back pocket. If you need to modify throughout this class, please do. I highly encourage that you modify. If you modify, there's no shame, okay? I won't even be really judging anything that's going on during this class. I'm not gonna be able to see you very well. It's very difficult to teach online and be present with everyone, but I will do my best. So with that said, I would love for you to go right to your mat and get into a table position on hands and knees. We're gonna get right into it. It's 15 minutes. We don't have much time and there's a lot to do. So let's get onto the mat. Just bring my microphone a little closer. So coming onto your hands and knees, your shoulders are over your wrists, knees under your hips. We'll start going through some cat and cow, starting with cow. So on your inhale, drop your belly and look up, open your shoulders and intend the back of the head to the tailbone. As you exhale, tuck your chin and tuck your hips, round into your upper back. Arms are straight. Inhale, drop your belly, look up. Exhale, tuck it in. Now follow through these two poses. Every time you breathe in, you look up. Every time you breathe out, you tuck it in and just move through them at your own pace with your breath. And come back to a neutral spine now. We're going to take a quick wrist stretch, starting with your right hand. Turn your right hand clockwise so that your fingertips are pointing toward your right knee, and ground your palm on the mat. Keep that palm pressing down. Maybe this is enough for you here. Your arm is straight. And if you need a little bit more, then start to shift back to open up your forearm and your wrist. Breathe here. And shifting back forward. Now take the back of your right hand with your fingertips pointing towards your right knee and try to spread out that hand and flatten it on the ground. It feels very strange. You're doing it right. Breathe here. And release it. Do a couple of wrist circles in each direction. And we're moving right to the other hand. So this time your left hand is going to go counterclockwise. So the inside of your elbows pointing forward. Ground your palm on the mat. Stay here and breathe, or shift back to find a little bit more of a stretch into your forearm. The most important thing here is that you're just really focusing on breathing. The more that you can get oxygen into your lungs so it can go into your blood, the better. And we'll shift forward, place the back of your left hand on the mat, spread your fingers, try to make it nice and flat, keep your arms straight, and just breathe through the very strange sensations that you're feeling here. And release. Couple of wrist rolls in one direction and then the other. All right, let's find our core from this table position with a couple of bird dogs. We're just going to get a few of them in. So extend your left leg and your right arm and really reach. So your left leg is not coming up really high above your glutes. You want it to be level to the ground. And point your toe toward the floor. Now take a big breath in. And as you exhale, bring your elbow to your knee and tuck it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tuck it in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tuck it in. And one more. Inhale, extend. And exhale, bring it in. Come back to table. Inhale and extend your left arm and your right leg. Flex your foot so your toes are pointing toward the mat. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, bring it into center. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, reach. Exhale it in. Inhale to reach. Exhale it in. Inhale, reach. And table. From here, spread your hands on the mat, downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, press your hips up nice and high. Shoulders press away from the wrists. Walk it out. Enjoy this pose. And when you feel ready, start to walk your hands towards your feet. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up, stretch up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, walk it into a plank. Exhale, right foot forward. Inhale, right hand high, twist. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, plank. Exhale, left foot forward. So you're stepping outside your hand. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, left arm down. Inhale to plank. Exhale, walk it back. Inhale, reach up and stretch up. And one more like that. Exhale, fold. Inhale, walk it out into a plank. Exhale, step your left foot forward outside your left hand. Inhale your left arm up. Exhale your left arm down. Inhale, plank. Exhale, right foot forward. Inhale, right hand up. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now drop down onto your knees and take a moment here. We're going to come into a modified plank with the knees down. So just keeping this in mind, if you need this throughout the entire class, this is the version you're going to take. So step back into a plank really quickly and then just drop down onto your knees. Your shoulders are still going to be over your wrist. You're still engaging by pulling your hands towards your knees towards your hands to really charge up the center line of the body. Take a big breath in, shift forward a little bit. And as you exhale, bend into your elbows and lower to a hover. So your arms should be almost 90 degrees here, elbows tucked in. Now come all the way to the floor. Hands stay exactly where they are under the shoulders. Squeeze your elbows toward one another. Inhale, cobra pose. Just lift your chest, lengthen your spine. Exhale, take it down. This time, baby cobra. So you're going to lift your hands as well. So inhale, lift up and hover your hands. You'll find that engagement in your back. That's great. Exhale it down. Inhale, baby cobra, lift up. Exhale down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale down. Inhale, table, tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward into a plank. Feel free to drop down onto your knees here if you'd like, or stay in regular plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, come to chaturanga with your knees up or down. So we're in like that low plank pose. This time, upward facing dog if it's there for you today. So we're bringing ourselves to the tops of our feet. The arms are straight, and the only thing touching the mat are the top of your feet and your hands. You're pulling your hands towards your feet towards your hands, charging up that whole front line of the body. If this isn't your friend, you take cobra. Press back, downward facing dog. Drop down onto your knees. We're going to practice upward dog one last time. So just so that we can lab this a little bit. This pose is done incorrectly in yoga classes all over the world every single day. So let's fix that. So a cobra pose, lifting the upper body, that is a modification. You can take that. Upward facing dog, the difference is my hips are off the floor. My thighs are not touching the floor. It's hard to see, but they're not. And I'm really hugging my hands toward my feet toward my hands, and I'm coming through the window of the arms. Open the chest. I don't want to see your ears and shoulders shrugging toward one another here. Now we'll come into downward facing dog. Dropping down onto your knees, come down onto your back. Let's do this, shall we? Let's get some warmth going on in our core. So lay down on your back, just for a moment. Hug your knees into your chest. Now start to roll up onto your sit bones and straighten your legs, boat pose. So you can hold here. Flex your feet, Arms come forward. Lengthen your spine. Pull your belly button in towards your spine and hold. This is our high boat. Now we're gonna go to low boat. It's like a hollow body hold. So we're lowering down, the lower back hits the floor, arms stay straight. Low boat. Exhale, come up. Inhale, come down. Exhale, up, high boat, and low boat. Come up. If you need to hold onto the legs when you come up, then do that. And then come down. If you want to hold boat pose instead of coming up and down, hold boat pose. We're going to go down and up. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. And exhale, up. Bring your feet to the floor. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Pull yourself through the window of your arms. Exhale, lean back, boat pose. Flex your feet. Lengthen your spine. Press yourself away a little bit. Hold boat pose, or we're going to take some Russian twists. So bring your hands into prayer and just come to tap your left hip and then turn to the other side and tap your right. Left and right. Left and right. If this is killing you, bring your feet to the floor. Left and right. Left and right. You want to progress it? Bring them back up. Keep going. We'll go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lay it down. Hug your knees in. Take a deep breath, but don't get too excited that you're laying down. We're getting back up again. Give yourself a second. Slowly start to come back up into boat pose. Lay it down onto your lower back, hollow body hold. If you can hold your legs straight here, hold them straight. And start to crisscross. Right leg under left, left leg under right. Keep your belly button pulled into your spine and your lower back is glued to the floor as you cross. Keep it moving. Keep it going. We're going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees in. Woo! We still got 3 minutes and 40 seconds left, my friends. Here we go. Come on up into that hollow body hold one last time. Straighten your legs out, glue your lower back to the floor. Now we are going to scissor the legs. So bring your legs all the way up if you can. So you're like in this 90 degrees. You can also have yourself laying all the way down on the mat. If coming up into that crunch position is not for you today, then just lay down. And we're going to scissor the legs. So as you come up, lower your right leg down, and at the same time that it comes up, the left leg goes down. You can have your hands on the floor beside you, or if it feels better to prop up your hips underneath your hands, you make this diamond shape with your hands under your hips. And then you can scissor a little bit more comfortably. But just keep it going. You got this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees in. Now, holding onto your knees, or maybe catch underneath your knees. So behind your legs here. We're grabbing underneath, and we're just gonna start to sit up and then back. And you're starting that rocking motion. Keep it going. It's kind of fun. Might feel good. Now, when you get to the top, try to pause and then come back down. Freeze. Come back down. Freeze. Coming down. One more freeze frame. Freeze. Okay, this time come back down and we're going to come all the way over into hands and knees. Plant your hands, step back, hands and knees, downward facing dog as you exhale. From here, inhale, shift forward into plank. Exhale, lower down, drop your knees if you'd like. Chaturanga, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. This time, really enjoy it. Drop your hips, not so they're on the floor, but just drop them so you're getting that stretch into the front of the body. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, press into your hands, straighten your arms. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in here and let it out through the mouth. Dropping down onto your knees, take them nice and wide, child's pose. Shift your hips back, reach your arms forward. Forehead comes to the floor. Now walk your hands in toward your body, sit up. Shift your hips to one side, swing your legs out long in front of you. Lay down onto your back. Hug your right knee in toward your chest. Place your left hand on top of your right knee. We're coming into one knee supine twist. So crossing your right leg across the body, rolling it over onto the left side. So you're kind of rolling onto your left hip. Extend your right arm out to the side with your palm facing up. And if it feels okay in your neck, look towards your right hand. If you need to drop your foot to a block or something to support it, you can. Everybody's going to look different in this pose. So just take the twist in any way that feels good in your body. Couple more breaths. Inhale back to center. Squeeze your right knee in one last time and extend your right leg out long. Bring your left knee in towards your chest. Right hand to left knee, left arm out to the side, palm facing up. Start to draw your left knee toward the right side of your space, rolling onto your right hip, gazing towards your left hand. Find your breath here. And just notice, with every inhale, what is that doing to your spine? With every exhale, do you notice any movement happening in your spine? Get curious with that. Bring it back to center. Hug both knees into your chest. On your next inhale, sit up, bring your forehead to your knees, turn yourself into a tiny little ball. Exhale, extend long on your mat, reach your arms overhead, big breath in, reach from your toes to your fingertips, nice long full body stretch. And exhale, let it go. You made it. Bring your hands to your heart center. And we'll close this practice with this message. And that is that you are a badass for showing up today. So pat yourself on the back. You just did 15 minutes of core. So kudos to you. Namaste, I'm Leah B. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed the brief class.